From one of the thick books, the globgoglabgalab slowly emerged. His massive body was like a large lump of dough that was fed by the thoughts and stories of the books. The ideas and sentences of the books were his nourishment. Slowly his flabby, overweight body oozed from the book onto the basement floor. Before long, the globgoglabgalab caught sight of another book and manoeuvred himself in its direction until his massive body sat right on top of it. And just as his fat body had fully covered the book, the globgoglabgalab became smaller and smaller until he was sucked into the book with the sound that gave him his name. Once inside, Stravinsky could hear the globgoglabgalab giggle and gobble. After some time, the book opened again, and the globgoglabgalab wriggled his way out of the book and dropped onto the floor.
Oh, a guest! Hello, hello, young man. With whom do I have the unspeakable pleasure of meeting? Delightful. Really delightful. I'm the globgoglabgalab. I love books, and this basement is a true treasure trove. I am the globgoglabgalab, the schwabble double wabble gabble flibber blabber blab. I'm full of schwibble glibber kind. I am the yeast of thoughts and mind. Schwabble double glibber glabber schwibble schwab glab. Dibble double shwibble shwabble glibber glab schwab. Schwabble double glibber glabber schwibble schwab dab. Dibble double shwibble shwabble glibber schwab glab. Oh, ha ha ha, splendid. Simply delicious. I am the globgoglabgalab, the schwabble double wabble gabble flibber blabber blab. I'm full of schwibble glibber kind. I am the yeast of thoughts and mind. Schwabble double glibber glabber schwibble schwab glab. Dibble double shwibble shwabble glibber glab schwab. Schwabble double glibber glabber schwibble schwab dab. Dibble double shwibble shwabble glibber schwab glab. May I correct you, my friend? I do not eat books, I consume their thoughts. I feed on them, but I do leave the books just as they are. Flobbelob, but I do not read, my dear Stravinsky. Yes, I know. But no, I don't read. I consume their thoughts. I live off them. Do you understand? That's more than reading. It's fantasy, understanding, dreaming. Oh, it feeds me. Just like yeast works its way through the dough to pass on its flavour, so I am nourished by the thoughts of these books. Yeah.
Health.
Certainly not, but I'm not picky. I take whatever I can find. But please tell me, young friend, what are you doing here? Well, I haven't seen anybody. You're not serious, are you? You think the Rat King?
House.
Twaddle waddle, my dear Stravinsky. Yes, I know. But the Rat King, after all, I mean, he doesn't exist for real, does he? The Scarlet Queen? Of all things, why the Scarlet Queen? Do we have to? Well, and what now? But something like that has never happened to me. I can transform into any shape or form I like. Into everything I read or fill my mind with. Look. I'll show you.
The globgoglabgalab wanted to cheer up Stravinsky and changed his shape into a large eagle.
You see? It's that easy. And I can grow or shrink to any size and even combine anything I've read. Now watch this.
And the globgoglabgalab transformed into a pink elephant with eagle wings that was the size of a large dog.
Well, great, isn't it? I'm so sorry about my pronunciation, but I still have to get used to this trunk. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is really embarrassing. Just a moment, please.
With some additional effort, the globgoglabgalab eventually managed to regain his original shape. He then pulled his massive body through the gaping hole that his elephant body had torn in the ceiling. Stravinsky managed to grab the globgoglabgalab's tail and was pulled into the living room.
I see. You're also affected by the books.
From time to time,
You really should be careful with what you fill yourself with. Otherwise, you might explode one day.
Well,
She's coming! She's coming!
A breathless and highly agitated Gulbert Bibberkrell came running into the man.
You're quite beside yourself, my...
What's that? The flooring. I really can't believe it. That must be you. That must have been you. That must have been you again. That globgy thingy.
Globgoglabgalab.
Last week he turned into a dragon and nearly burned down the house. Outrageous. Simply outrageous.
I'm very sorry. The dragon had a cold and had to sneeze. Occasionally, when I'm not careful. Overeat. But Mr. Troll, please tell us what terrible thing you have seen. Who's coming?
Ah, yes, the Scarlet Queen is coming. Somebody must have called her. Who did?
If the Scarlet Queen comes, then we're all doomed. The Scarlet Queen is generally acting on behalf of the Great Elohim, isn't she? And the Great Elohim told me through her that I need to make a decision about whom I want to serve, him or the Rat King. Well, but I don't want to serve anyone. I only want my books. That's why I've been hiding here. I've been here for 2 weeks now.
Are you sure?
She is patient and very kind. Give your heart and become her child.
Thank you, Stravinsky. That was very kind of you.
Your Majesty, you're here.
You've called me, and here I am. Oh, and here is my old cello.
That's your cello, Your Majesty?
But one day the cello didn't want me anymore. The Rat King had convinced it that it would be so much better to make music by itself and do its own thing.
My friends are downstairs in the basement. They're like statues and don't move at all. They're like frozen. Could you please help them?
Created by the great Elohim. But he decided to make his own way, and in doing so ended up discovering some magic books.
Flight.
Who could have imagined that?
Oh.
King.
Oh. I don't want to be lonely. Please forgive my disobedience, Your Majesty. Most wonderful Queen.
Gulbert Bibberkrell stood aside and muttered to himself.
Oh, I'm sure she knows that I haven't multiplied the gold and she'll punish.
Gulbert Bibberkrell continued to ponder and was very troubled. So they all went their ways. The four friends watched the Scarlet Queen float like a red cloud towards the horizon.
It is very good that we know the Scarlet Queen.
Without her, we would have been in great trouble.
Stravinsky nodded.